Welcome everybody to another episode of SEO-TA, SEO and Talent Acquisition here from Job Hub Central. Today I want to talk about keyword strategy for job postings in the Google for Jobs widget. I think that there's some interesting vectors that we haven't looked at before. Usually we're used to talking about search volume as a way to determine greater likelihood of getting more traffic. I'd like to propose a different and new vector to it. I think you'll find it interesting. I know I do. So let's get into it. Here we have our Google for Jobs view here. And what I want to focus on here are the buttons that are right here. And not just who is here, which we know, but I want to talk about the number of buttons that are on here. Here on the first one, we see quite a few buttons. Here we see not that many. Here's somewhere in the middle. Here's 3, right? So what I want to propose is that there might be a way to adjust your keyword strategy on job postings to align with queries that show more buttons. And the idea being that the more buttons that are available on average for a query or a job posting, the more likely that your job is going to show up here or your button is going to show here. And I want to show you how we can do that. So I want to go to foragetools.com and you can click on the See for Yourself button or the View Free Data button here. I've got 2 keywords loaded up right now. We saw over here the data entry jobs from home in Los Angeles, California. I want to look at that query right here. And so what we have here is, and I'll zoom in here if I can here, is this column right here shows how many buttons per posting, right? So how many jobs, how many buttons are per each job posting in this list here. So here we see 2.2, 2.2, 1.8, and so on down the list. On average, it's about 2.2, right? Now, I want to give a different version of this same query. We happen to have data entry remote jobs. So over here we had jobs from home, from data entry, and we have data entry remote jobs. Now, if we look at the jobs per posting here, we see some different numbers, right? We see 2.9, 2.5, 2.6, definitely much higher than the other version. I think on average, this comes out to about 2.4. And that means roughly about 10%, it's probably closer to 9% more buttons per posting with this query. So what I'm saying is that you could potentially lean in to this query with remote instead of from home. And potentially have a greater chance of having a button of yours show up here. Because Google, on average, for that keyword, is showing more buttons. So I think that that's a new vector that we haven't really thought about before, or haven't really been able to measure before at the keyword level. So if a client was to ask me which version should I use, from home or remote, based on this data, I would select remote because if I have the chance to increase the likelihood that I'm going to get a button at all to show up there, I'm going to take it. So that's what we have for today. I hope you found that interesting. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Give me a call. Subscribe to the channel, our YouTube channel of Job Hub Central, or leave some comments below, either here or on LinkedIn, wherever this is posted. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a super day. I'll talk to you next time.